say it isn't many people who would attract this size of an audience at 12 o'clock at night. Now, I want, no, you way underplayed it. You folks at home are not going to believe this. The entire building is surrounded with thousands of people trying to get in here. The Anaheim Police Department is in a state of shock. I mean, hey, they saw this huge crowd, which is covering 4 blocks around.
And they left town.
And they thought President Reagan was in town. But I want to tell all you people who are watching at home, hold it. All you people watching at home right now all over Southern California, if you want to come down and join us, we're going to be here until 6 o'clock in the morning, and you can come on down. We're going to have some seats here all night long. Now, if you don't know where we are, we're 1 block from Disneyland in Anaheim, right behind Melodyland, kitty corner to the Grand Hotel. So get your whole family together and come on down and join us. We're going to be here really going crazy until 6 a.m. All right. All right. And of course, normally the Poor Man is on after Hot Seat from 12 midnight until 12:30, and the Poor Man returns next Saturday night at 12 midnight. And then, of course, coming up, we have all kinds of things. But before we do anything else, do you remember, David, when I was doing the Alan Thicke show?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You all know...
You took it over.
Well, I was on there about 17 weeks.
Yeah.
Hey, you all watch Growing Pains, right?
Yeah!
Well, you know, the star of the show is Alan Thicke, right? Okay. Well,
that's what they said.
He used to do a talk show called the Alan Thicke Show, called, I think, Thicke of the Night. And I was on that for about 17 weeks. And every time I came on, Alan Thicke used to do a takeoff on me, and he did a Wally commentary. And I want you to take a look at that now. You've probably never seen it before. So here is Alan Thicke, star of Growing Pains, doing his takeoff of Wally George commentary time. Alan Thicke, let's roll it.
Hello, friends. If I can call you that, I don't want you all to be my friends because some of you are just slime balls. And I don't want you all to be my friends, not if you don't believe in God, in countryhood, in motherhood, in apple piehood, and everything I say. This is an editorial rebuttal against everybody with long hair and everybody with short hair. The long hairs are hippies and the short hairs are new wave punks. And you all just turn me off unless you look like Gene Rayburn or you're bald. And I know a lot of you kids, your brain is numb from rock and roll music playing in your headphones as you jog along the beach without underpants or brassiere. You're on your way to some blanket orgy, and you think you're involved in the world just because you speak out against air pollution, which you cause anyway with your marijuana cigarettes, spewing filth into your lungs and out into the ozone area. Well, if you're against air pollution, Mr. and Mrs. Long Hair or Short Hair, and I know you're not Mr. and Mrs. anyway, because nobody bothers to get married anymore. You just live together and have sex, sex, sex. So if you're against air pollution, I'm for it, and for the following reasons. It shortens the lifespan of streetwalkers. And you know how I feel about streetwalkers. They're just... Shut up, you slime balls, you scuzzheads, you scummongers. I'm also in favor of air pollution because it stops you from seeing Tijuana, where they have too many beer cans on the sidewalk. The only good thing about Tijuana is the bullfights. But I'll clean that country up later after I save America. I'm also for air pollution because it gives our guys a better chance in the Olympics. Those mamby-pamby, clean-air, sissy countries like Sweden and Switzerland, they'll take one deep breath and they'll spit their guts out. They won't even reach the high hurdles, much less get over them. And I'm also for air pollution because it enriches the monologue jokes of Bob Hope and Johnny Carson. And laughter keeps us happy and healthy, and air pollution is helping supply that laughter. And finally, I'm for air pollution because it clouds the sky. And the more hours of darkness we have, the earlier they can start the happy hour. And the more sleep we get, and then the earlier we can get up in the morning and start yelling at people and complaining about everything and everybody under 30. And good night, I'm Wally for a better America. I'm Wally for good manners. I'm Wally for decency. I'm Wally for shut up, you scum. You're a bunch of scum. You're slime balls. You're scum. You're hippie, crazed, deranged people from outer space who come and smoke your clothes. I like turtlenecks, too.
Thank you very much. That's Alan. Wasn't that great?
I think Richard had you down pretty good.
No, that's not Richard. That's Alan Thicke.
Alan.
Yeah. Alan. Okay.
Too bad.
We gotta hurry along because coming up in a second, you're gonna meet the Texas Lucy girls. Okay? I'll be right back. There we are.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Well, David, it's about 5 to 1. We're almost through with our first hour.
Yeah.
And
20% then.
only about 5 more hours to go.
Yeah. We're not going to make it, you know.
Now, you know what? For a long time, I have been associated with a great group of restaurants called Texas Lucy's. Let's hear it for Texas Lucy's, huh? Now, that's spelled L-O-O-S-E-Y-S, Texas Lucy's. And they feature, now, they star the world-famous Wally Burger, huh? Oh, yeah. Wally. And they have the cutest, sexiest, prettiest girls who work at... And we have I understand a couple of the Texas Lucy girls are here tonight with some Wally Burgers. Let's bring them on, okay? How about that, huh? Okay. Oops. Let me use the mic here. Hold on. Okay, let me get your name.
Deborah.
And you are?
Ricky.
Steffi and Ricky from Texas Lucy, and you brought down the world-famous Wally Burger. How about that, gang? There it is. And one for David. You want to give one to David?
Oh.
And every one of these is served with an American flag. Isn't that a terrific idea?
Yeah.
Thank you. Is that working? Hey, that's great. I got this to work with. How about that, gang? The Wally Burger. Now, girls, I wish you would go out in front of my desk. Go out in front of the desk, and you can both go out the same way, this way. And when you get out there, can you turn around so everybody can see the uniform from behind? Hey. Those are the Texas Lucy. The Texas Lucy cowgirls. Let's hear it for them, huh? They're great. Okay. Thank you, girls. Thank you very much. Those are the Texas Lucy girls. Isn't that great, huh? And the world-famous Wally Burger. Who could ask for anything more? Okay. Television, somebody who really degrades the youth of America and really is despicable. And David, would you introduce him?
I think we all know who's coming up now. Here he is, the poor man.
The poor man is here.
Poor man.
Where's the poor man? Poor man. Where is he?
Oh, poor man. Have a seat.
The poor man. Poor man. Hey, let me... hey, hold on. Let me tell you something.
How are you doing, dude?
Hey, can you believe the way this pervert dresses? Look at this. What is this? Now listen. Now hold. Now before we start, let me tell you, poor man, the reason I have you back in here.
Wally, by the way, I love your hair.
You want it?
Hey.
You want to swap?
He only wishes he had as much hair as I do, right? Now, poor man, the reason I have you back here again, I've been listening to you...
Because you think I'm good looking?
No, that couldn't be it.
I've been listening to you. I've been watching you here on television. You come on at midnight after my show here, but I've been hearing your show, The Love Line, and I think, it's disgusting because he gives people advice on their love and their sex problems. And poor man,
Well,
you are not qualified to give advice on sex problems.
Wally?
Yes.
Wally, you know, I know love is a very sensitive matter and everything like that. And what I was wondering, is it possible, before we start talking about love, if I bring on my attorney? Now hold on a minute, she's real shy, and she's like,
hold it.
and...
Stand down there. Stand down.
This is your attorney, huh?
Yes.
Are you trying to tell me? Do you believe she's his attorney? Now, poor man, hold on, poor man, hold on.
How many of you people, how many of you people think everybody's attorney should look like this?
Poor man. The poor man.
We wouldn't have any lawsuits, Wally.
Wait, I want everybody at home to take a look at what you're going to see. You see. Right after my show, I'm embarrassed to have to tell you that the poor man comes on at midnight after my show, and it is despicable and degrading. And to show you how despicable it is, we put together a montage of some of the most horrifying moments from his show. Go ahead, Kevin, and play it, and let's see what it looks like. Oh, here comes the poor man.
Isn't he cute? Winking at the doorman.
Oh, look, that's degrading.
This is the Underground Club Show. While there I'm eating some sunglasses, some sushi.
Everybody knows that he ain't no good.
There's some girls.
He's a party dude. Scrape him off
I think I saw that.
You don't want to see him nude.
Look,
Man underground.
That must be your attorney again.
that's my other attorney.
Oh, that's your other.
His mouth goes on while his audience now.
A little skiing there. That's the Beastie Boys and Run DMC, Wally.
Oh, I can't believe it. Now, you've got to admit that's terrible, don't you think?
Bad taste.
But I'll tell you, the things also that I am very upset about is on your radio show, right on the Love Line, you come on and advertise condoms. That's terrible.
Now, Wally, the thing about Loveline, Wally, yes, we do advertise Trojan condoms, but Wally, have you ever fallen in love?
Of course I have.
You fallen in love? Well, the only thing we want to do is we want to prevent the spread of AIDS. And the great thing about a Trojan condom and the fact that they're our sponsor, besides the fact they can save lives, I have one here right now. Let me show you something.
Oh, no.
One size, Wally. One size fits all.
like that. Okay, that's the poor man, and we got lots more action to go.
He sure is the poor man.
Okay.
Now I can breathe again.
All right, we're going to. All right, let's hold down the audience, please. Some of you remember a couple of years ago, I appeared on the Phil Donahue show back in Chicago, and I called that little wimp what he really is, and I walked off the show, and maybe you didn't see what happened, so watch. Here's what happened when I greeted that stupid wimp, Phil Donahue, on his program. Here it is. The average age of the audience that I have in Los Angeles and now across the country are college kids who strongly support whatever I say. Strongly support.
Yeah,
Well, we'll forgive them
I
because
disagree.
of their youth.
I disagree with anybody in this audience who's called these people gentlemen. I think that you ought to be able to be controversial without screaming and without name-calling and being discourteous to your audience.
I'll say I'm a college student. I think you're full of beef.
Hey, Phil, hold on, Phil, hold on. I've had enough of this. I've had enough.
Are you going to walk off, Wally?
I'm going back to California.
Shake hands, Wally. Just a handshake, Wally. Wally George, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be back in just...
So I call that little wimp Donahue what he is. He is a wimp, isn't he? Yeah! And I want to tell you, Phil, I'm delighted that Oprah is beating your buns. How about that? Before we take a break, there's one other little episode that happened during Rick Dees' appearance at the Universal Amphitheater. He physically, yeah. Is that ready? The Rick Dees thing is not ready? Can we get it ready in about 5 seconds? Okay. Yeah, it's tape number 5, right? Okay. Now, this is live television, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now...
Obviously.
At the Universal Amphitheater, when Rick Dees was there, I went over there trying to be a nice guy, and he physically attacked me, and that's why I'm suing him for $20 million. Many people have asked me, why are you suing him? What did he do to you? Well, he did a lot of things to me, but here's just a little bit of what happened when I walked into his dressing room at the Universal Amphitheater. Rick Dees, here we go.
What's this, seriously?
Channel 56.
Wait a minute. I said,
56.
there's no way Wally George is coming to this show. Seriously, get that camera out of here. Get the camera out of here.
Okay, hold on. No, there's more. There's more. Keep it rolling. There is more to come, Kevin. So in the next little bit, you'll see what else. Now, that was my camera crew that he did that to. And now coming up, you'll see what he did to me. Is that ready to go? Okay, watch. All right, you dirty little... I told you.
Wait a minute,
Hold on. Hey, listen.
Hold on a second. I said, don't
you dirty little
get
road.
your hands off of
You
me.
hit me on the stage. He hit me on stage. I'm going to get you, Dees. He hit me on stage, folks.
Hold on, pal.
Wait. I'm telling you right now. Hey, stop it. That's what that little rodent did to me, among others. And I'll tell you, and that's why, you little rodent Dees, I'm suing you for $20 million. And you know what? His stupid lawyers tried to make a settlement out of court. They tried to make a settlement for $18 million cash. No way.
You turned that down, Wally?
I turned it down. I want the whole 20 big ones, right? Hey, Dees, if you're watching, you're going to pay through the nose, you little pervert. I'll be right back. I'll tell you, you guys are really keeping me awake tonight. Thank you so much. We're almost concluding our second hour. David,
made it so far.
It's almost 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And we have a special feature now we're going to... Do you remember, David, about 6 months ago, when I was invited to be on AM Los Angeles with Steve Edwards?
Yeah? What?
And I was going to unveil my Wally Wimp list.
That's right.
Well,
did you?
Well, I did. And Steve Edwards, do you know who Steve Edwards is from AM Los Angeles? Okay. Well, Steve Edwards is another little twit in this town. He invited me to come on AM Los Angeles, but he had planned some really dirty, filthy tricks, which you will see. Watch what happened when I appeared just a couple of months ago on AM Los Angeles with Steve Edwards. Here it is. Watch.
Okay, on our hot seat, is Wally George continue your wimp list, if
Okay.
you will, Wally?
The wimp list, the Wally Wimp list, Mayor Tom Bradley
Wally Wimp list.
needs no explanation. This is the biggest wimp to ever occupy City Hall. That's why I'm thinking of challenging him. We don't need a wimp. We need Mr. America in City Hall, folks. That's me. Okay. And then we have Joan Rivers. She left Johnny. And what did she do? Hey, she goes on Fox, pulls out all of her fangs to please the Fox honchos, and now Joan is just plain boring. And then, of course, we go to Bill Press, right here at Channel 7. Bill Press, such a cowardly, spineless wimp. I have invited him 10 times to come and meet me on my hot seat show. I confronted him at a college campus where I debated him once, and I murdered him. I killed him so badly in
Enough about Bill Press.
But he refuses to meet me on my hot seat. And finally, Steve Edwards, who I have called the Jimmy Carter of talk show hosts, all smile and no guts. Steve Edwards.
Just a moment. I have something to say to you, but hi, who's this?
Hello, this, Steve Buddy, is Rick Dees, and you look terrific. You look masculine. Patty looks wonderful this morning. That red outfit she has on is gorgeous, clinging to her tight little body.
Hey, Raunchy
Who
Rick.
is this idiot? Who is this idiot with the pancake makeup on? Look at that. You got a close-up of this.
Hey, Raunchy Rick.
Look.
Hey, listen, you moron.
Yeah, there you go. Look.
I'm sick and tired of the way you've been talking about me on your stupid, filthy, perverted radio show.
You are a wimp. You're the wimp. I tell you what. You know what? I am challenging you.
Hey.
I am challenging you right now. I will take you anywhere, and I'd like to wrestle you somewhere. I would like to...
You would like to wrestle me in a mud pit with your other boyfriends.
Okay. Stop it. Let me tell you.
Dees.
You want another pie in your face, pal?
Hey, listen, Dees. If I become mayor of Los Angeles, I'm going to have you declared a public menace and run out of L.A.
Well, let me tell you something, and please, viewers of Channel 7 right now, please don't be sucked in by this man, this face that you're watching right now. He says he wanted to clean up Hollywood, for example, and drive out all the prostitutes. Right. I saw him last night in his car, driving a couple of them out of town last night.
Dees, the last time you were on my television show, you had the audacity to push a pie in my face. I dare you to come back and meet me again like a man.
I'm going to fight you, pal. I've had it with you.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, you're a geek. You're out of here.
Get out of here.
All right, Rick. Thank you, Rick. Thank you very much.
I'm so glad I came to talk television. It is an all-time high for American conversation.
We're talking about elevating the level of public discourse here right now. You know how nonviolent I am.
Can I tell you why?
No, you can't. Just a moment.
Hey!
Just a moment, Wally. I am a nonviolent person. I think you do not get violent unless you absolutely have to. I'm going to take a call here right now. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Sal Heredia. I'm from San Fernando. And I wanted to say a few things to Wally George that I think if you're thinking of being mayor, I think the city's going to be in a lot of trouble. Let me finish now. Okay, now if this is all showmanship, then I think you're doing a wonderful job, okay? But if you're sincere about your comments and the way that you really do believe, I think you're a very sick man. I think you're off your rocker.
Hey, listen, pal, don't tell me I'm sick.
I mean, to me, you're nothing but a right-wing purist, and I think that your way of thinking, I mean, you're blinded by the very own sheet you've got over your face.
Hey, America needs some right-wing purists in this country. Let's get back to the days of Ronald Reagan when, you know...
Isn't he still in office?
Yeah, but I'm talking about... I'm talking about when he was the governor of California.
Wally, your politics are fine. Politics, whatever they may be, are fine. You personally are obnoxious, and I'm going to tell you why. Just a moment, Wally.
Dear, no, don't come down.
I don't believe in this stuff, but I'm gonna play your game.
Don't take off. Oh my God, he took out his microphone.
Okay.
Take off.
Oh no, this isn't funny. Now stop it.
He's trying to prove he's not a wimp, folks.
Calling me a wimp?
Trying to prove it. Come on. Okay.
Get over it.
Oh, this is great. I love this.
All right,
This is
Wally.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I may be a wimp,
Yeah, wimp.
but I'm a smart wimp. Twos, come here, please. Get him out of here.
Wally, this is your worst nightmare come true. Come with me, Wally.
Can you believe what he did to me? He has John Matusak. You know that my ribs ached for 4 weeks after that. See, it just goes to show you what a wimp Steve Edwards is. He can't fight his own fights, can he? Okay, here we'll take a break and come right back. Stay where you are, okay?
I want to order a pizza to go and no anchovies.
We have an interview that we're going to go to. David, I've done a lot of interviews, and you probably remember the one I did on Two on the Town.
Two on the Town, right.
That was one of my best, I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
They gave me a
one.
great tribute, and I was very grateful to CBS Television and to Two on the Town. And if you missed this was about 3 years ago on CBS, and here it is, my interview on Two on the Town, and then I'll be right back.
Old Glory. Since she left the lap of Betsy Ross, she stood for mother, apple pie, God, country, and a variety of assorted patriotic causes. Today in Orange County, you can't mention Old Glory without also mentioning the name Wally George. You do, and Wally George himself promises to punch you in the nose. Wally George, rabble-rouser, patriotic extraordinaire, defender of truth, justice, and the American way, sworn enemy of commies, pinkos, and subversives, and of late cult hero to true blue Americans who are mad as hell and aren't going to take it anymore.
Wally! 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 I like Wally because he's pure entertainment. He's the best show on television. I tell you, I sit there and I watch it and I just go, all right, Wally. Kills everybody. Got guts like nobody else does, I'm telling you.
Wally George's show, Hot Seat, seen Saturday nights on Channel 56, originates from where else? Orange County. It is here Wally tapes his one-man soapbox every Wednesday night, spewing forth ultra-conservative points and viewpoints over the airwaves, and speaking the minds of thousands who see him as their spokesman.
I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And I think that people like that, especially the young people. They want someone to say, you're a jerk if the guy is a jerk. Get off my stage if the guy should get off the stage. No talk show host wants to do that. He wants to play it safe. I don't give a damn what people think about me. I am me. We have this jerk on the show, Dr. of the Wide World Swingers Club. In case you just joined us, this moron had the audacity to question my masculinity. You were so close to having a broken nose, you have no idea.
Undaunted about speaking his mind, Wally subscribes to the adage, if you can't say anything nice about someone, go ahead and say something rotten.
How many agree with me that this kind of thing is disgusting as...
You're cowards, everyone.
Yeah, personally... Coward. They are courageous enough to stand up for honesty.
As expected, there are very few subjects in which Wally George does not have an opinion. Richard Nixon?
Richard Nixon, probably one of the greatest presidents this country has ever had, and murdered, absolutely politically murdered by the left-wing liberal press.
Joe McCarthy?
Joe McCarthy, needed. We need a Joe McCarthy right now in this country.
Ronald Reagan?
The second greatest president of our time, Ronald Reagan.
Walter Mondale?
Walter Mondale is a wimp.
Gay rights?
I said on my show many, many times, God did not create Adam and Steve. He created Adam and Eve.
Jane Fonda?
I think Jane Fonda, in my opinion, has been guilty of treason in this country. I think she is a disgrace.
The death penalty.
When a man commits or a woman commits first-degree murder, and that person is convicted by a jury of first-degree murder, I say within 48 hours that person should be sent to the gas chamber.
John Wayne.
I have him on my wall here on the hot seat set. He fought for what was right and decent. One of the great men, not only in the entertainment industry, one of the great men of our nation.
God.
God is not being treated well by the liberals of this country.
And his daughter, Rebecca De Mornay, star of the recent hit movie, Risky Business.
I have very, very little relationship with my daughter right now, much to my dismay. She's a very young girl. I think she'll come around to realize that she doesn't have to feel hostility towards her father, even though she doesn't agree with him on many things. I love her, I always will.
It is on this hot seat guests sit, squirm, fidget, and on occasion are ejected. More than once, the hot seat has become too hot.
My show, and if you don't knock it off, I'm throwing you off personally. Now, do you hear that, Marine, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Listen.
Just where is all this rabble-rousing leading? Apparently to bigger and better things. Metro Media has begun efforts to syndicate Hot Seat to New York, Chicago, Dallas, and Washington, D.C.
I believe Hot Seat is the salvation of the talk show industry. I hope that by this time next year, our show is going to be as well-known as the Carson Show. I think it can be. I think that I'd love to go head-to-head with Johnny Carson. I think this show is going to explode all across America. Not so much because it's me, because this kind of show is needed by people. They're sick and tired of what they're seeing now. They're bored to death with a specialty talk show. You will never get bored watching my show. Nobody ever sleeps when they watch Hot Seat. They may hate me. They may love me, but they're going to watch me. Tell me about the song, Rudy.
The example. Would you like to hear the example?
What was the song that you did for us last time, Rudy?
Oh, I did. I started I'm in Love with the Girl at Martin Luther King. I started Doesn't Take a Super Genius to Know, Getting High is Getting Low. Both those songs are 5 minutes long.
Well, give me a little example of it.
Okay. This is Doesn't Take a Super Genius to Know, Getting High is Getting Low, the national anti-drug anthem for the United States of America, which we request to sing on a White House invitation for a special psychological State of the Union address.
Okay, let's hear the song.
By the Future Generations of America Choir. We're the future generations of America. We stay on top of the world, not under it. When everyone has failed the test, you can count on us. We are the best in the U.S. We set the examples for everyone to follow, to imitate and emulate for destinations great. Do as we do as we say, our words weigh their weight. We're the future generations of America.
Rudy. But first, I want to, there was something ludicrous, David, that happened on the show not long ago. You might recall, we had a celebrity lookalike group
that
on.
one. Yeah.
Do you remember the guy who says that he earns his living posing as me?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he said anyway.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
And then he came out. No, he really says people hire him out to be Wally George. That's true. And he called me on the phone and he told me this, and I didn't believe it, so I invited him to come on the show, and, well, look for yourself. Here is the Wally George lookalike who makes a living being me. Here you go. Go ahead. Welcome back, Wally George, now with the final segment of our show, and now we have a really ludicrous person. He has an organization, a company called Entertainment Unlimited here in Orange County. His name is Tom Stewart, and he, this ludicrous jerk, he makes a living, if you will, by doing a Wally George lookalike. Can you believe that? Now, I want you to see how ludicrous. Bring him on with the boo he deserves. Here's the Wally lookalike. Bring him on. Wait a minute, hold it down. He doesn't look like me, does he? Now, wait a minute. Hey, hold on, Stewart. I want to ask you first, what gives you the nerve to walk around earning money, masquerading as me? I never gave you my permission. What gives you that nerve?
Hold on a minute now. The nerve? What do you mean, the nerve? Wait a minute. I'll tell you this much, Wally.
Listen,
you better be glad. Listen, nitwit, you better be glad.
Wait a minute.
Hold on a minute now. Hold on, everybody. You ought to be honored that somebody's out there doing this about you. It's a great living. Thank you all.
I never gave you my permission. You should have come and asked me first.
Hold on a minute now, you nitwit. I can't even believe I can't even believe I'm sitting in this seat where prostitutes and...
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That stupid... Wait a minute. Hey, that stupid hair doesn't even look like mine. My hair is blonde, and his is white.
Yeah, your hair comes out of a peroxide bottle, George.
Oh. Wait a minute. I know that your hair is nothing but a stupid wig. Why don't you take that stupid wig off?
Hey, I'll take mine off as soon as you take yours off.
Oh. Now listen, I've about had enough of you, you stupid jerk. Now listen, hold on 1 minute now. Do you actually get paid money to go out and do an impersonation of me?
Believe it or not, there's deranged people that want you at their party. And you can call Entertainment Unlimited 953-4433.
Wait.
953! 4433! 953! 4433! Thank you, you're a great to me.
Okay, there's the... Hey, you know what?
Yeah?
He did look like me.
Oh, he sounded like you anyway.
That's the Wally lookalike. Okay, speaking of crowds, we want to take you back now about, let's see, 4 years. And this was a very thrilling night for me because Hot Seat had just been on the air for 1 year, and we held a Wally rally at the Anaheim Hilton in the ballroom, and the ballroom only held 1,500, and 3,000 people showed up. It was a great night. I want to share it with you. Here's the Wally rally 4 years ago. Here it is. Let's watch it.
Wally George!
I had phone calls from some of my liberal lunatic viewers. And they said to me, you know what, Wally? You haven't got a lot of people watching you. You'll never fill that room. And you're here, God bless you.
Yeah, he's great. I love Wally. He's the only one.
Hold on, I'll tell you one thing. It is time to send the word across America that we have had enough of Jane Fonda. It is time to send the word across America that we've had enough of people like Jerry Brown.
I think Wally is America's voice.
And you know, I went back to that stupid mamby-pamby, that stupid, spineless Phil Donahue back in Chicago. Come on. And you know what I did? I stood there and I said, hey, Phil, and people here in Chicago, I flew into Chicago to say that I'm for God, I'm for country, I'm for Ronald Reagan, I'm for patriotism, and they booed me.
Hey, because I like Wally and I'm tired of all these bad-head liberals.
And I got up from that stupid studio and I said to Phil Donahue, you and your Chicago PTA fat little ladies are a bunch of jerks.
We love Wally George!
I'll tell you this. Hey, I'll tell you this about these gays. They can do anything they want to do, but don't have them ask for our stamp of approval. They are a bunch of perverts. I'm saying to all the news media here tonight, I'm saying this. The American Civil Liberties Union is filled with subversive pinkos. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, that was our Wally rally 4 years ago. It doesn't seem that long at all. Right after our first year of Hot Seat. And you know what? This stupid moron at the LA Times, Howard Rosenberg, when we first went on the air 5 years ago with Hot Seat, this liberal Rosenberg who writes for the Times, he said, Hot Seat will not last 13 weeks. Hey, we showed him, didn't we? Yeah. I think Rosenberg owes me a written apology. I think he should go in the Times and say, I was wrong, I was stupid, Wally is #1. Yeah. We didn't last just 13 weeks. We're into our 5th year, and we're going to be on the air for 15 more years. Yeah. Because we need to keep America great. Am I right? Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a break and come right back. Stay where you are. Here we go, everybody. I did a great movie. It was so great. It was up for several Oscars. This movie is called Grunt, the wrestling movie, and and they. No, I didn't win the Oscar for this. But it's called Grunt, the wrestling movie, and in this movie I played myself, naturally, who better, and we actually filmed the segment right here on this very stage, and Grunt, the wrestling movie had a lengthy run in America. It ran for about 48 hours. But anyway, you just saw a scene from my daughter's film. Now here's a clip from my film, Grunt, the wrestling movie. Here it is. Okay. Oscar. I want to thank the Academy for voting me this Oscar. I want to thank my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. I don't even have a brother. I would like to hold it. First, I would like to relive with you a very special night that we had just a few weeks ago at Gazzari's on the Sunset Strip when we had my Wally for Mayor party. It was kind of fun. Let's roll the tape, Kevin, and I'll show you what happened at Gazzari's on the Strip. There's the marquee, and there's Bill Gazzari's picture out in front. On the fabulous Sunset Strip, you'll see the Wally limo. There it is, the Wally limo pulling up.
Wallymobile.
The Wallymobile, right? And there were really a bunch of people out there swarmed out on Sunset Strip. 23,000, right? Who's that getting out of the car? I forget her name. And there we were on the Sunset Strip, right on, and there's Bill Gazzari himself. And then we went inside to, on the Sunset Strip. This place has been here for 26 years. I used to come here when I was a kid. And now I have the greatest legend in rock and roll, the man who is known around the world as the godfather of rock and roll, Bill Gazzari. And let's hear it for Bill. Huh? Let's hear it. Bill Gazzari.
Welcome to the next thing of Los Angeles, Mr. Wally George, right here.
Bill introduced me, and I came up there on stage, and I did a number with the band. Can you believe that? We did Kansas City. This is the most exciting spot on the strip, don't you think so? And we signed a few autographs. We had a jam. There's a Wally fan. Uh-oh. And we did Kansas City together. And there's Bill Gazzari, one of the Gazzari dancers. Bill Gazzari really danced on the stage. Great rock band there at Gazzari. Big ending, okay. That was our Wally for Mayor party on the fabulous Sunset Strip. And coming up next, we certainly could not end this program, especially for Chris. We're going to let you see my interview with Miss Nude 1987. Brand